And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the official opening ceremony of the World Quantum Week 2026, brought to you by the Compute Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines. And hello, everyone. Once again, feel free to introduce yourself, share your name, affiliation, and where in the world you're joining us from. We love to see our global quantum community come together. We are just waiting for a few more minutes for everyone to settle down. And please make sure that your audio is working and feel free to say hello in the chat box. We have an exciting lineup for you today as we kick off a week long celebration of all things in quantum. All right. So, taga saan po kayo, ma'am and sir? And thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And to formally open our ceremony and set the tone of the World Quantum Week, it is my pleasure to introduce the driving force behind the quantum advocacy in the Philippines, the president of the Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines, Sir Bobby Corpus Jr. A virtual round of applause, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bobby Corpus, and I'm the president of the Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines. Thank you for participating in our week-long activity called the World Quantum Week. It's actually just one day, supposedly, but fortunately, because of our young volunteers, they decided to make it into a one-week celebration, which means there's a lot of things to learn in one week. Probably I can tell you how we started. So we started in 2017 as the Quantum Computing Society, sorry, as the Quantum Computing Philippines. And then by 2023, we were recognized by the One Quantum global community, and they made us into their Philippine chapter. So we're also called the One Quantum Philippines. And by the same year, um, we also became a legal entity. So we were registered in the SEC, and we are now called the Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines. So we really started as a group of passionate people who wants to raise awareness of the Filipinos about quantum technologies, quantum computing. So I remember a few years ago, they say that um, data science is the sexiest job, but I guess now it's probably, you know, physics or anything related to quantum. But anyway, yeah, so we started doing webinars and lecture series and hackathons. So we are now in the fourth year doing a hackathon, which is currently running, called the Quantum Computing and Cybersecurity Hackathon in partnership with ISC2. And we have also did lecture series for faculty. So we already did that for 3 universities, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4. And so not only faculties, undergrad students, but now we feel that we should go down, from the if you call the the older generation, or the um, people at the university or the professionals downstream. Now we want to operate in the upstream slowly, little by little, because what we want is that we want to be able to develop what is known as the quantum natives. So people who are still in the elementary school or in high school, so that by the time they become in the university, quantum is already like built into them. Yeah, so I guess so that's it. I hope that you will enjoy this whole week of celebration. So there will be some quantum myth busters, and then we're going to spotlight physicists whom I don't even know earlier. So these are guys that our youth in the quantum computing society have reached out uh, to give a talk. And then we have QBIS, which is the um, quantum for newbies. So this is for high school students. And yeah, so we have various talks and webinars, and we also have XQubit. So XQubit is like the it's like exhibit. So um, it's being able to um, explain quantum uh, in a simpler way, so that ordinary people can appreciate it. And there's also a quiz bit. So quiz bit is something new. We haven't done that before, but we have we have thought about it. This will eventually become like a quantum computing Olympiad here in the Philippines. And then we have a quantum circuit crunch, So it's you're given a set of equations, or a set of yeah. So it's not an equation, but it's a formula, not even a formula, but a mathematical representation of a circuit, and then you make that into a circuit. So it's really very exciting. So thank you guys, and I hope you will enjoy.
Thank you, Sir Bobby, for those inspiring words. By the way, may hindi pa pala ako nabasa sa comments. Hello to Sir Antonio Lazona from NCR, watching from NCR Pasay, Sir Gian Lance Jose from Central Luzon, Bataan, and Mr. Bono Gabriel from Taguig, NCR. Wow. And now, before we dive into the core of our program, let's talk about why we are all gathered here and what World Quantum Day is all about. By the way, we have another message from of support from Attorney Josel Batapa Sigue. She is a digital transformation leader and ICT advocate with over 25 years of experience in governance, policy, and innovation. She is the former Undersecretary for ICT Industry Development at the Department of Information and Communications Technology and currently works on advancing digital safety, inclusion, and women's empowerment in technology. She also plays a key role in global ICT initiatives through her work with the International Telecommunication Union, promoting innovation and entrepreneurship across developing economies.
Good day to everyone joining us for this important celebration of the World Quantum Week in the Philippines. It is both an honor and a privilege to be joining you today, a community that is not just observing a global event, but actively shaping the future of technology, innovation, and nation building. Quantum computing for many may still feel distant, complex, even abstract, but history reminds us all that every transformative technology begins this way. There was a time when artificial intelligence, cloud computing, Internet of Things, and even the Internet itself seemed inaccessible. Today, They are deeply embedded in our daily lives, economies, and governance systems. Quantum technology is now at the same threshold. And the question before us is simple but urgent. Will we merely observe this transformation, or will we as Filipinos actively participate in shaping it? What makes this opportunity significant is not just the advancement of quantum computing, but the opportunity it presents for countries like the Philippines. We are not starting from zero. I believe that truly. We have a strong foundation of talent, young Filipinos like you who are curious, capable, and globally competitive. We have growing ecosystems of innovation, academe, industry, and government, and even communities working together. And most importantly, we have a clear understanding that technology must serve public value, not just progress for its own sake. But let me emphasize this clearly. Technology alone does not create impact. Governance does. This is where our role becomes critical. As policymakers, educators, industry leaders, and advocates, we must begin to ask, how do we prepare our workforce, not just for today's jobs, but for tomorrow's industries? How do we ensure that emerging technologies like quantum are developed and used ethically and responsibly? How do we bridge the gap between our urban centers and the countryside so that innovation becomes truly inclusive? To me, these questions are non-negotiable. We must ask them as early as we can. This is why conversations like all the programs that you have outlined for this week and all your professional insights are so important. We must learn before we deploy. We must anticipate before we react. And we must include before we scale. Quantum computing demands exactly this kind of anticipatory governance. We cannot wait for disruption to happen before we act. We must begin building frameworks, policies, strengthening research, and investing in education and talent development today. To our young participants, our students, our aspiring technology professionals, you are not too early. In fact, you are exactly on time. The future of quantum technology will not be built solely by physicists or mathematicians. It will require all of us, lawyers, policymakers, businessmen, entrepreneurs, communicators, and innovators. People who can translate complex science into real-world solutions and strategies. To our partners and organizers from the Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines and IEEE, thank you very much for leading these initiatives. As we celebrate this week, let us go beyond participation. Let us commit to building talent pipelines in quantum and frontier technologies, encouraging research and cross-sector collaboration, developing early policy thinking around quantum governance, and most importantly, ensuring that innovation reaches every Filipino wherever they are. And today, through this gathering and the whole week, through these conversations, and through all your collective efforts, we take one step closer to designing a future where the Philippines is ready, relevant, and resilient in the age of quantum technologies. Maraming salamat, and I wish everyone a meaningful and inspiring World Quantum Week.
Maraming salamat po, Attorney Josel. Quantum technology is more than just an academic pursuit. It is a national imperative, and we are honored to have a strong ally in this journey. And Attorney Josel, your support energizes us all. And by the way, since today is the World Quantum Day, the World Quantum Day is indeed celebrated uh, on April 14 as a reference, no, to in recognition of the first three digits of the Planck's constant, 4.1356 and so on, a fundamental constant in quantum mechanics. It's a global initiative to promote public awareness and understanding of quantum science and technology. Next, please. So in 2024, we had the World Quantum Day event uh, celebrated as a side event of the Philippine Computing Science Conference. It's the PCSC 2024, bringing quantum awareness to the academic community that's in Laguna, Philippines. And then in 2025, we kept the momentum going with a special webinar featuring Dr. Ian Jasper Agulo from the University of Philippines, Baguio. He's a professor in physics who he talked about the superconducting qubits 101. And then also last year, the the other speaker is me, actually. I have contributed on the patented literature reviews about applications of quantum sensing for beginners. And right now, for this year in 2026, the World Quantum Week, this year we've expanded it into a full World Quantum Week to reach even more Filipinos across the grassroots level. Next slide, please. All right. So our next speaker is a researcher at the Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines and has led initiatives to promote emerging technologies nationwide. As the former director of operations and community growth, he is also one of the community countries representatives of the Southeast Asia Quantum Network, driving collaboration for responsible development of quantum technologies in the region. Please help me welcome Mr. Jabez Aison. Hi, Jabez.
Hello, good afternoon po everyone. Maraming salamat po sa pag-attend ng ating event kickoff. I actually expected a lot less than this since I understand na we are in the middle of the workday and in the middle of the working hours. So we just wanted to start this because our QBIS is scheduled later at 5:30. So if you're new at Quantum, no, we have a session specific for you. No, we've used it for high schools, no? So talagang if you have no background in technology or really curious about what's really happening in Quantum, please do attend later. So while I'm sharing my screen, ayan, okay. So, yeah, thank you for joining us for today. So, my talk will be Tara Let's Quantum, the quantum technology awareness and outreach from the Filipino grassroots lens. So, when we say grassroots, it's usually a group of people that are interested in something. Now, for example, tayo, now we can consider ourselves grassroots, no, because we are individuals from different institutions that come together with one interest, particularly in quantum technology. So, for example, if you have hobbies, for example, you are into cosplay, ganyan. Tapos meron kang friends that you're also doing cosplay with, going to a conference, cosplay conference, no? You can consider yourself like a small grassroots, no? And that's also in technology, as Attorney Joselle said earlier, no? Right now, quantum it's in its nascent stages, no? We can see new companies that are being open, but generally wala pa siya dun sa ChatGPT moment natin. That that is wala pa yung .com moment niya, wala pa yung ChatGPT moment, wala pa yung GPU moment. that has been happening on the other types of technologies, no? But we can see, no, ngayon pa lang, we can already see the potential of the technology. And usually, no, of course, it's the grassroots that begins or that starts that initiative. So, for example, if you look at it, a new technology, if you look at a new technology from the perspective of a businessman, of course, ang titingnan mo ay yung ROI, right? Titingnan mo is, meron bang immediate return dito? Even if you say na ikaw ay isang venture capitalist, ikaw ay isang early stage startup founder or early stage startup funder, angel investor, no? Siyempre titingnan mo pa rin, 'di ba? Even if it's 10 years away, no? Even if you're a future or a visionary towards new technology, 10 years might be sa iba ay hindi, no? So usually ganun, kapag ganoon yung type ng technology, it's us that really drives it. And from the perspective of the government naman, no, of course, maraming problema sa isang bansa. May poverty, may iba-ibang problems, you know what I mean? No? Of course, sometimes or most of the time, science and technology, innovation is not really the priority. For example, in the Philippines, no, if I'm not mistaken, it's less than 2% of the GDP. And within that 2% pa, anong portion yung nakaalat sa new technologies? Anong portion nakaalat sa emerging tech? It's very small, 'di ba? So, of course, we want to see those immediate gets naman, no? You want to see the immediate benefit of those technologies, no? But quantum is not there yet, no? So, nagfo-fall iyon sa atin sa grassroots to drive awareness, to drive the technology further, no? So, grassroots have the unique power to shape quantum development by interlinking the system. We know naman that to create a new technology, no, you need all three. Academic that does the research, you would need the government for the policy and the laws that will go with it, and then you also need the industry that will fund it, 'di ba? So, grassroots community, sila yung nagsa-start and then they connect everyone. So, for example, here at Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines, we have members from the government, no? Mga scientists sa DOST, members din namin sila. At the same time, we also have partner companies, no? Companies that are looking into cybersecurity, no? Cybersecurity firms. Tapos they're also looking to quantum. So we partner with them. Other NGOs, no, for awareness then, professional organizations like IEEE, which partner natin for this event, also partner namin, no? Startups, although wala pang quantum startup here in the Philippines, baka kayo yung mag-start ng first quantum startup in the Philippines, but us, QCSP, we have partners abroad, no? Particularly sa Singapore, no? Yung mga quantum communication startups nila doon, quantum computing startups, we're friends with them. But also, no, civil society, a grassroots community ang pinakamalapit, no, to regular people. Tayo, in grassroots community yung pinakamalapit to the general public because we are a society. We are a group of people that from different institutions but not necessarily representing that institution kasi nga grassroots event siya. So, what's really good is that we have close interactions with technology. For example, now if you are interested in quantum computing, you can programming, na maraming mga materials online. But also we have high initiative for a grassroots community. For example, us, UCSP, we are all volunteers. We're not paid to do any of this, but we have high initiatives and such. And there are a lot more. And what I want to emphasize, Ren, is that being a grassroots, we're decentralized, no? And um as opposed to like an organization talaga that mayroong nangunguna, ganun, no? Being in a grassroots, yun yung, it means that no one owns the whole thing and it's a collective effort. So, this is a call to action, no, for you all, no? You already started your journey by registering to to this program, no? But we are inviting you to be part of this grassroots, no? Kasi whenever there is a grassroots organization or whenever there are grassroots initiatives, no, cool things happen. Definitely, cool things happen. New technologies opens up. No, so if you want, no, if you are technologists, no, you are in the right place towards quantum technologies in general. I just want to share some of the things that we've been doing as one of the biggest, if I'm not mistaken, the only uh quantum grassroots at this level in the Philippines, no? So what we do is partnerships, capacity building, R&D, and community engagement. No? We generally run webinars, no? That's the closest and easiest thing to do as a grassroots organization, 'di ba? It's to drive awareness, no? Ito, for example, quantum technology in ICT. Meron tayo regarding the current state of quantum computing, womanium or women in quantum, women in quantum, post-quantum cryptography, yung mga ganyan na type na sessions that some people might be interested in, no? And we've seen a lot of interest on these types of technologies, no? Not just on the people that are attending, but also on the partners that we have. For example, hindi ko na lang nalagay yung iba dito, but for example, on the one on the upper right, one that we did with Bohol, no, Sprout Up Bohol, like an organization there. Now we partnered together to give a talk about quantum, which is very cool, diba? Also, one thing that we've been doing is lecture series. So some of you might actually be from the lecture series. We've been doing it for free, no wala pong bayad. So we've been um giving lectures, 3-hour lectures for ilan ba? 9 to 13 weeks, no? So from beginning talaga fundamentals and such, no? And hackathons as well, no? This is very good for first use cases or getting the word out, no? Kasi people enjoy hackathons, no? So we've been at Cebu, we've been at Tacloban, MSUIT, we've been at Naga, we've been at, of course, Manila, and this year we will visit more places, 3 more places this year, no? And also capacity building. This one is interesting kasi um of course academics naunguna talaga sa research, right? So of course, meron rin namang research within a company, within the industry, no? But it's mostly for engineering type of things or to maximize the ROI of the technology. But um in the academic kasi, 'di ba? It's about novelty. It's about contributing. And that's really the core of having a grassroots organization and starting a new type of technology or starting working within a nascent technology like quantum. So for example, this one, sa Bulsu, Bulacan State University and Pangasinan State University, we had some sessions with their instructors, di ba? And we really see the initiative of the people, of the educational institutions, and we want to drive that further. No? Kasi we want to build an ecosystem. And yung kanina, community, now the academe. So we want to parang seed, i-seed natin yung mga yon, no? So that's what we've been doing so far. In terms of research, ganun din, no? After nung instruction or introductory, of course you would want to explore the technology itself. So although we are not particularly like involved in terms of the technicalities or the projects themselves, no, but we have members and that are part of these research lab. For example, in Adamson University and TIP, no, meron na silang labs. Starkey project sa Adamson merges space, AI, and quantum for electric vehicle applications. Meron siyang talk, may talk si Doc Mark tomorrow. So if you're curious about that, if you're working on the energy sector, if you're working on the space tech or AI, and you want to see kung paano nag-meld together yung technologies, definitely tomorrow you can attend. Kislap as well. Ito naman in terms of the energy grid, like wide scale energy distribution, transmission, etc. No? Dito naman ay sa Sabado, if I'm not mistaken. No? You can definitely attend. And these kinds of initiatives, hindi naman yan galing like top down. No? Hindi naman yung top down. It's more like ground up talaga. That's what the definition of grassroots, diba? So these researchers have curiosity in them to the point na nag-explore sila ng technologies by themselves. They learn the technology by themselves. No? They pumunta sila sa higher education, most likely abroad, to better themselves, and then now they're doing research. No? And for me, that's the essence of innovation, right? Uh, pushing yourself and pushing the technology further. Next up naman, we also have friends. For example, here yung nasa gitnang photo, this is our friends, Filipino friends, Taiwan, no? And then we have also members, ito, yung sa IEEE Quantum Week 2024, yung nasa left side of things. They are Filipino too, no? I just want to share the point na meron tayong utak for quantum. No, we just need to start a community uh, that can sustain and that can support everyone. No? And that's what a grassroots community does. No? In terms of policy, ito medyo, we are proud of this. No? This one is medyo naririnig na namin or parang naririnig na tayo ng government or naririnig na um ng in this case DTI in terms of um standards, no? So we are also involved in standards and being the community that is related to the technology itself. Now, of course, we have to be on that thing, no? Imagine a grassroots organization, di ba? And also, ayan, we've been partnering with different, yan, for example, DOST ASTI, which we will hear from around the end of the talk or the end of the week, no? And then, for example, MSUIT, which is yung school ni na Miss Steph, no? We are capturing yung interest from these organizations, no? And we connect people together. So, for example, no, if you are a part of an institution, we can definitely support you guys to build out your research, to build out your team, no, towards doing quantum research, no. And also on the broader context, in Southeast Asia, right now, if I'm not mistaken, there are only 6 countries that are doing quantum. No, that's Singapore, of course, sila yung nangunguna since 2007 pa. Meron ng Center for Quantum Technologies. And then tayo, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam, no? And these people, itong nakikita nyo, they are researchers in quantum on small labs, maliliit lang na labs, like 3 to 4 people, no? But we've come together last 2024, no? To talk about the technology, to talk about the ethical implications of quantum, to talk about collaboration. No? Hindi pa, hindi, if you would think about collaboration in Southeast Asia, you would think ASEAN, right? Yun yung top down. But what's happening is that um wala pa yung quantum on the roadmap of ASEAN. No? Wala pa yung quantum technology. Ang naka-focus pa sila sa AI, high performance computing. No, pero already on the West, no, US, Europe, no, ang lalaki ng budget, billions of dollars. China has poured $15 billion, no, into their quantum research as well. Pero sa ASEAN, di ba? As you can see, parang ganun, no? When of course gets naman, no? Of course ASEAN mas inuuna muna yung immediate na mga needs, immediate technologies, no? But if you want to go further, if you want to lead on this type of technology, no? If you want, as Attorney Giselle said, if you want to anticipate, no, we have to be early. We have to move further. We have to move faster. No, kaya itong mga taong ito, no, we are glad that we have friends. They are also from grassroots organization. For example, parang 3 or 4 lang sila na researchers on their lab. No? Yung iba naman dyan sa Thailand, medyo malaki-laki na, around 100 na people. No? And sa atin, that's me and Dylan and from QCSB rin. No? Yeah. And also in terms of responsibility, no? So if you're familiar with AI governance, AI ethics, di ba? AI is very useful on many applications, but at the same time, it's not on others. No, deepfakes or AI slop, no? And ganun din kasi yung quantum, it's also a double-edged sword. No, you can use it for create to or may potential siya to create new drugs, no? May potential siya to create new medicine, to optimize for energy, empower AI and such, no? But it's also can be used sa to break encryption and cybersecurity risks and more. Diba? So coming in from the lens of responsibility, coming from the lens of ethics, no, it's usually the community that leads that. Kasi if you would look at it, if you are a company that's doing quantum, no, of course you want to maximize profitability kahit na medyo shaky or medyo questionable yung iyong ano, 'di ba? Hopefully not if you are a company doing that, no? But hindi yun yung priority ng isang company. A company prioritizes revenue, prioritizes yung makukuha niyang value, monetary value, right? And usually magkabaligtad yung ganoon. Ang nagbabalance doon is the community, no? And especially with very new technologies like quantum, no? Sino ba yung nangunguna sa community but us, right? Okay. And this one, um, this is a milestone for QCSP and the Philippines last year. No? We were able to gather people from the academe, people from the industry. I think around 20% are from industry, and many from the government as well, no? To have a common room, to have a conversation with everyone, so that we can push the technology responsibly together, no? So from talks from in terms of including it in the educational curriculum, in terms of the national priorities in research, no? And in terms of grassroots organizations supporting students and um, partnering and collaborating with regional partners, no? Lahat ay thankfully nadaanan or natakal sa KISCON, no? And for a grassroots organization, we are proud that we kasi imagine, no? Hindi paid ang QCSP to do it. I mean, funded yung event, yes, from Quantum Institute, no? But the people are not paid. We're pouring our time, no, to lead this, no? And we're glad, no, that people are now starting to listen, and people are now starting to respond. 'Di ba? And this time as well, no, these are the people just want to shout them out, no. And if you can see on the lower left, yung parang may toaster diyan, that's the first quantum computer in the Philippines. That's the SpinQ nuclear magnetic resonance computer. And it's a huge milestone for the Philippines and as well for us, no? Kasi may myth na naglalag na tayo, marami. Gumagawa ng quantum computers yung ibang countries, di ba? But tayo wala pa. But that's a myth that we want to debunk. But I'll be honest with you, in terms of awareness and outreach, it's hard. No? It's hard. Natatawa ako kapag dumadaan ako sa mall. Tapos, nakikita ko tong Quantum na toy store, no? Wala naman akong problema dun sa establishment. Pero, you know, yeah, bakit Quantum? Ano kaya ang story behind that, no? Tapos, meron ako nakikitang mga businesses that they call themselves Quantum AI. Tapos, meron ring parang last year ata yun, parang may hacking group. Tapos, ginamit nilang term, pangalan is hacking group, Quantum AI hacking group or something like that. And then they hack something. Diba? It really like um paints the wrong picture for the technology. And dun sa kwento ko kanina na nag-post si Fisher about the launching of the quantum computer. Okay, sorry, di ko na ano yung sorry um for privacy na lang ng mga ng mga nag-comment. No? I mean, public naman yan. But there's a lot of skepticism. Sabi na, ay, paano ka magkakaroon ng quantum? Ganyan kaliit, pwede ba yun? Tapos may nangyari kasi yung kasagsagan ng flood control scandals. So, parang, ayan, may nabulsa na naman. Tapos, meron ring nagsabi na, ang Philippines, quantum computer gusto, flood control accountability ayaw, parang ganun. Those kinds of things, no? And in terms of awareness, in terms of outreach, no? May mga challenges talaga na nagaganap, no? And I also heard on other events sa mga ibang friends natin abroad, meron raw notion, for example, may tinatawag na quantum healing, quantum crystals, no? Yung mga ganoon na type na notions and myths. And yung 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 duty to correct those, no? And to push the technology is for us. Tayo yung may hawak ng responsibility for that, no? And when we were talking about when we were talking merong breakout session nung nasa KISCON, tinanong kami, ano ba yung strength ng Philippines? Ang sabi namin, may researchers naman, may ganyan-ganyan. Alam niyo kung anong sinabi nila sa amin? Sabi nila, you have a lot of youth. Sabi nilang ganun. Ang dami yung youth, yung nag-organize ng KISCON, half of them are in college. No? Yung nag-organize ng mga webinars niyo are in college pa. No? And or at least fresh grad or young professionals. No? And for the other half naman, no, na professionals na talaga na may career na, they're really diverse, sabi nila. Na mayroon kami, nakita namin na meet namin sila on this conference na may galing sa industry, may galing sa academy, may galing sa government. So sabi ko ganun, oo nga, hindi naman pala talaga tayo nahuhuli. No, hindi lang, wala lang community to for everyone to thrive in. And the strength of the Philippines in terms of quantum is actually you, no? The youth and enthusiasts like you. So yeah, that's what we want, no? Um when we are arranging this World Quantum Week, tatlo yung dalawa yung yung focus namin. Science communication, which is how can we introduce quantum correctly and easily to the general public. The second one is quantum applications. Ano ba yung mga use cases ni quantum? And then when we started inviting the people, na yung mga magto-talk, yung nakikita niyong pinopost namin on the Facebook page, no, I realized na meron pala talaga tayong utak for quantum. It's just that wala pang place dito sa Philippines. Ang daming, I think around 30 people yung na-reach out namin. Like, 1 week lang kami naghanap on LinkedIn and such, no? Ang dami, no? People from UP sa Diliman. We have someone, Doc Fritz from Cebu, 'di ba? Mayroon from Doc Miriam from MSU IIT, from Iligan, from different backgrounds, from engineering, from physics of course, from computer science. Mayroong nagko-quantum software engineer sa isang quantum company. Mayroong isa na project manager sa isang quantum company. Now, my point is that um we need to create the environment, no, for everyone to thrive in, no? If tayong youth and enthusiasts yung magpo-push for the technology, we have to create an ecosystem where everyone can thrive in, no? That's what we want to show. Na Filipinos can do it. We have the minds to do it. We just need to build the ecosystem. We just need to empower everyone. So that is the perspective of a grassroots organization. Yun yung perspective ng Quantum, no? And it's our and it's our duty. We took it upon ourselves, no, to create an environment for you. So now I'm talking from as the lead of this event of this program, no. So I really hope that you enjoy and learn a lot from the talks and the activities that we've prepared, no. We have many cool people, no, talagang hinalungkat namin sila sa LinkedIn. Kinulit namin sila, no. Busy yung mga taong to, but they've given their time, no, since we really want to push you guys to 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 pursue this technology with us. So I think that's it for my session. Maraming salamat po. And tara, let's quantum.
Awesome. Tara, let's quantum. Thank you so much, Jabez, for that insightful discussion. And I think right now I'm giving the floor to Kyle Carlo Lasala to introduce to us the details of the following succeeding events.
Ayun. Thank you po, Miss Steph. So, thank you, Jabez, for an inspiring message, introduction message to encourage our participants to do quantum. So, yes, we have prepared a lot of events for the World Quantum Week celebration in the Philippines. So, first, yung ating events for public engagement, we have the Mythbuster. So, this is a series of posts that you can see in our Facebook page. So, try to search in the Facebook page, in the Facebook Quantum Computing Society of the Philippines. We're going to post a lot of myth busting. So, yung mga current myths natin, no, yung mga uh, misleading knowledge that we currently have because of popular articles, no, that is actually not accurate based on the actual science. So, yan, we're trying to solve some of those myths. And then we also have what we call the professional spotlight under public engagement. Um, yep, yep, thank you for sharing that Facebook link. For the professional spotlight, we have some quantum experts doing uh, or working in the industry or in the academe. Yan. So, maririnig natin sila. So, try to register lang dun sa ating website and then you're gonna see the schedule of this talks. Ayan, it's a series of talks. And then, yan, today to, this is today for our learning sessions. Na-introduce na rin ni Sir Bobby kanina. It's about, or it's what we are calling QBIS. It's an introduction to quantum for newbies. So if you really don't know what is quantum computation, so I really suggest that you join this event later at 5 p.m. Yan. So you can also register in the website. So just try to look on the website and then you're gonna see the list of events that we have. Another thing, the talks and webinars. So aside from the spotlight, we have these talks and webinars. So ito yung list na meron. So yan, you're gonna meet a lot of experts from different fields in the quantum field. Yan. So hopefully you guys can join and meet them all. Next, we also have competitions. So we have XQBit, Quizbit, and Quantum Circuit Crunch. For XQBit, this is a science communication competition. So if you can visualize quantum concepts in a very engaging way through art, yan. So XQBit is a competition for you. So we'll just collect submissions from you guys and then we're going to announce the winner at the end. So there are a lot of categories under that. You can further check the details in our website. And then next, Quizbit. So Quizbit is just a quiz bee for quantum technology. So some of the questions will be coming from the Spotlight Talks, the series of talks that we'll have, discuss kanina. So stay tuned for that. You might want to join, no? So have fun and learn these quantum concepts through QuizB. And we also have Quantum Circuit Crunch. So na-mention na rin ni Sir Bobby kanina, this is about transforming equations or formulations to a quantum circuit. So if you do not know what is a quantum circuit, you can watch. No, how do we actually create a quantum circuit? Yeah. So yes, if you have any questions, sige, we can accommodate some of those questions. You can raise your hand or chat in the chat box. If you have questions for Jabez, for the event details, yeah, we can accommodate. Thank you.
Awesome. Just to share lang din, if you want to watch the competition, Quizbit and Quantum Circuit Crunch, pwede. So if hindi ka pa confident on your quantum circuit building skills, you can still watch, no? I think some of you are from the lecture series, so kayang-kaya niyan. Go guys. No, but if not, you just want to see na parang paano ba mag-program ng isang quantum computer. You can definitely still join the quantum circuit. Nandun yung link. Nasa ating wqw.qcsp.ph na website. No, you can just go to the link when it's open. Also in Quizbit naman, no, the things that will be asked there, as Kyle said, na mostly will be from the talks. No, so if you are joining that, no, we highly encourage you to join Quizbit. We highly encourage you to join all of the talks. And also, we understand naman na not everyone can attend. So, for example, today it's a 3 p.m. event, right? Kanina 20 plus 9:40 na tayo. We know that gabi halos available. So, we will record. As you can see, naka-record tayo ngayon, right? Tama. And we will share all of the recordings through the um, website. Maybe siguro ito rin, usually ina-ask ang certificates. Regarding certificates, for every session that you join, mayroon tayong certificate for each session. No, for example, you join a session about quantum communications, which is on Friday, I think. Um, yeah, you will receive a certificate. And then, in terms of the whole program, no, we have some criteria. So, for example, naka-attend ka ng tatlong session within the whole week, no, you can receive a week-long or for the whole program. Reminder lang that to qualify for that, you would need to also join a competition. So, yan, competition and at least tatlong webinars or live na no. Don't worry, yung mga competitions ay you can choose, for example, yung Quizbee, yung Quantum Circuit Crunch, or yung Xqubit. Sa Xqubit, yung categories doon is to create a video, is to create a game through Octo Studio, or you can just write some blogs, no? Blog write-up. So, ganoon. Mayroong mga relatively easier to do that doesn't require much effort, no? You just need to be more creative in terms of there. So, yeah, I think that's some of the frequently asked questions on email as well. Um, yeah, if you have any questions, please type them on the chat. Tapos we can answer them. Back to you, Kyle and Steph.
Awesome. Thanks, Jabez. Thanks, Kyle. I believe we have a form to be shared to our participants, right?
Not for this one, since it's just an opening session. So the first form that you can
Yeah.
get is later sa QBs.
Okay. Even the feedback form, Jabez.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sige. Okay. Ayan. So, to further guide you rin, just to add na, final na. Ayan, let me share my screen. So, you might be asking how to register dun sa event. So, this one is the website. Itong website na to is ginawa ni Jabez. No? So, this is the entire system where you want to register. Since ang dami nung events, so nandito na, ano na siya, organized na. So, just go to that link yung sinend ni Jabez, no, and then register. Then, once na nag-register na kayo, you're gonna see your dashboard. Ayan, you're gonna see the current event that we have. So right now, we have this kickoff event, no, and it's live. And it's until 4:30. So what's next after the kickoff event? Now, you can go to the QBs. Yan. So once you click the join on Zoom, you're gonna go to the Zoom link. Ayan. And then, if you want to register dun sa mga competitions, you can also check this. Yan. Register sa Xqubit, Quizbit, or Quantum Circuit Crunch. Yan. We also have here collected yung mga spotlights that we posted in the Facebook, no? And then some of the Mythbusters. Yan. So hopefully, guys, we see your names in the registration list. Thank you.
Awesome. Kyle, could you also go to the events tab too?
Right. Yeah. Yan.
Yes. Andiyan na lahat sila. If you can click the
Yes.
timeline on the upper right, ayan, lahat ng
Timeline.
sections
Sorry.
here.
This one?
Right, upper right.
Upper right. Wait.
Mid-grade.
Timeline. Wait,
Yan, yung
sorry.
isa
Ah,
baba.
ito. Okay.
Yan, yan.
Okay.
Ayun, so naka-timeline view na. So for today, we have 2 sessions and Wednesday 3, Thursday 1, Friday tatlo, tatlo ulit, Saturday tatlo ulit. No? And on the final day, we have the session, the ano, yes, halos spotlight talk sila. If you can scroll down, Kyle, on the Sunday portion, no? So the quiz bit is async event rin, no, 1 p.m. siya. Yung Quantum Circuit Crunch naman ni Kyle, si Kyle actually yung nag-lead, is sa 3 p.m. Tapos, we will have a culminating event, no, on Sunday, wherein yung mga nanalo sa ating mga competitions will be awarded, no, more information on how to join a UCSP, ganun, next steps, and also we will have some talks from the OST as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jabez. Yan.
Last pala, doon, yung pinakababa. Oo. If you
Yes.
want to ano, you can sync your calendar. Just click on Google Calendar and such, no. Tapos, pwede na kayo mag-subscribe onto the iCal thing, no, para nasa calendar nyo na. I think we need to tell people more about that kasi it's all in the platform.
Yes. Okay. Ayan. So just
Ayun.
add. Then, add na siya. Ayan. Okay, yung mga
Ayun.
color orange.
Kulay orange. Yes.
Yes.
So when we do some changes on the platform, no, makikita nyo rin sila agad sa inyong calendar. So if you add through your calendar.
Okay. Thank you, Jabez. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Kyle, for the opening ceremony feedback form, should we send it right now or mamaya pa?
Later. Just send
Later na lang po. Apo.
to the
Later.
email.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Shall we have a photo?
Sure. Apo. Yes.
We're requesting everyone to open their cameras for the photo opportunity. Hi, Sir Bobby. Hi, Sir Ed. Hi, everyone. Ayan. So, bale po, sino po yung mag-screenshot?
Yep, I can take the screenshot. So,
Okay.
sa mga hindi pa makapag-on, please, you can heart react so we can feel your presence on the call. All right, I'll take the photo now in 1, 2, 3, smile. Yeah. Once more, 1, 2, 3, smile. Second page, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, everyone. And that concludes our opening ceremony. See ya.
Thanks. See you on QBs later, 5:30.